Welcome, weary travelers. Rest your bones as I tell you a tale of a cEDH deck. Remember, even a man who is pure of heart and speaks in prayer by night may become a Grixis turbo player when the autumn moon is bright. Yes, welcome to Spooktober 2024, and welcome to my Wick, the Mind cEDH deck tech. Should I name this deck after the Wicked Witch album Memories of a Dying Whore or something? Dirty mind there, Wick. Wick was also a card I missed in my cEDH review of Bloomburrow, so let's take a closer look. Wick is a legendary rat warlock 2/4 for free in a black with, whenever Wick or another rat you control enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black snail creature token if you don't control a snail. Otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on a snail you control. For a blue, black, and a red, and sacrificing a snail, Wick deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to each opponent, then draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. So yes, this is a Grixis commander thanks to its color identity, so you get your own, typical Oracle and Breach Signs as always, nothing new under the sun, but thanks to Modern Horizons 3, we get a card named Caphonia Nightmare, and you can go infinite with Dockside. Technically with Wick you don't even need to go infinite, just maybe 40 even, or less. Yay! We broke Dockside. Again. Our treasures be praised. But yes, in the cEDH build you don't need any other rats to break it. Cast your commander, entomb your Dockside, and get your hand on the new Nightmare. Cast Nightmare, sack your commander to bring back Dockside, which also leaves you with 1 extra energy. Dockside goes nuts if you make about 5 or more pair enters. Then you replay Nightmare, you get 3 more energy, so thus you have 4. And now you can bring back Wick, which will make or grow you a snail. And you repeat this process until the snail is a 40/40, and then you sack it to Wick and kill the table and draw 40 cards. Nice, right? Sure, it works also with Clownstone Courier, but come on. We came to use Nightmare to our benefit. Kill the table with a giant infected snail that is ready to burst, and you don't even need to go infinite or near infinite. Otherwise, you die too and the game is a draw. I think, in a way, the rulings are kinda strange. And you're not a Nightmare player that would like to make a draw on purpose, right? Dargo is also not the only one that's gonna enjoy some Nightmare loops. We can do that too! If my speedy explanation of the Nightmare loop is not clear here, check out Commander's Spellbook or the link below to read it slowly. I take it that most of you know what I'm talking about. If you are new here, please enjoy your stay, and I hope that I helped you in some way or another. I do think about you too, just like I think about it, there's always a rat at least 6 feet away from you, in one way or another. Also yes, rats and snails for Spooktober. Trust me, it's a great start. I could tell horror stories about rats that happened to me, but this is not the right place for this. So just watch this Halloween or horror movie about rats or snails and play Wick to scare the table. Sure, it also works with a word gorger loop, but we are skipping it for now. At least I am, because I want to do the Nas thing. I did play a lot of Grixis this season, and this deck is very close to my Tevesh Crom deck, with some minor differences, so it works for both, in a way. Speaking of that, let's take a deeper look under the snail shell of this deck. 28 lands with a typical fetch, shock, basics and dual lands, 5 color pain lands, a gemstone canvas and 1 utility, lovely Otawara, nothing too crazy. They have not printed yet the land I desire as I am recording this. Yet. Enchantments are an easy story. The Remora and Ristic to draw cards since we do not have a real card advantage engine in the command zone. Breach and Nightmare to help you win, and it dries down because it's great interaction. Artifacts, or basically other mana sources you need, we got it all here, but we also have, Wishclaw, a One Ring to draw your cards, Cloudstone for that Docky loop I mentioned, and a Defense Grid to help you win safer. But everything else is just form of mana. Gotta go fast. Grinding Station is also there to help you mill yourself with Breach, but do not underestimate it. You all know the crimes that can be done with this one. The Instance department is a nice smorgasbord of counterspells, mostly either to protect your own win or stop your opponents from winning. Demonic and Tainted are standard here, bounce spells, and good old Nas. Entomb for that Dockside I mentioned in the beginning. Most of the bounce spells can be used in one way or another to combo off. Just look at Chain of Vapor. Bounce your Dockside, rocks, sacrifice lands to feed your Breach. Brain Freeze to mill your opponents or yourself, and that Mana Drain is basically a flex slot. I have no better idea what to put in there. However, when it comes to sorceries, hello, Beseech the Mirror and Diabolic Intent. Our commander makes a sacrificial offering snail that can be used for our benefit. while leaving your commander in place so you can protect it with commander-centric free spells. Meltdown and Beam Betrayal are best friends when the Dockside fun has been stopped. Reanimate is just great, you know, whatever. Rite of Flame is fast mana, and Gamble is Breach's best friend. Gitaxian Probe is also a flex slot, so if you want to try something in your variant of the deck, go ahead. I already told you 2 slots you can abuse, or feel free to make more changes. You can shine no matter what you're made of. Seriously, there's so many cards passing around my window when I'm recording this. I'm like, so frustrated. Finally, we reach the creatures, and it's a very simple thing. Dockside and Oracle for your wins, Stitcher Supplier and Culling the Weak is another way to mill yourself out, Flesh Duplicate can be anything you want, and Port Mage can draw you some cards where you do the bounce thing, not the sacrifice thing. And Polywog is a mini Ristic Study for more card advantage, and Ragavan is just, you know, great. What more can I say? Maybe by the time this is released, or you watch this in the future, there might be something new printed and fun for this deck. Who knows? Whatever it is, I am sure you can put it and make this well-oiled machine go to town on your opponents. With mulligans, just go for draw engines or tutors for the combo and have the best time you can do while you rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta and push it to the limit. Hope you enjoyed this, and remember to stick around because Spooktober 2024 is just getting started. And I will see you all behind the veil.